Welcome everyone to the last day of I-League, where we have three clashes lined up. But most importantly, we will be welcoming you all to Srinagar for one last time, at least in this season, where Real Kashmir is all set to host Namdhari Football Club. This has been a season to remember for Real Kashmir. They had chances of coming mighty close to the title, but then with a bit of twists and turns in the center, they eventually faded away from the title race. But still, as you can see in the dugout, they have had a pretty fair run. They are being managed by one of the former Indian stalwarts, Ishfaq Ahmed. And before we talk further about this, let's quickly hear. In fact, he had a pretty decent insight. Now, before he takes the mic for his insight, here's how the team slowly and steadily coming in for the final game of the season. A possibility for them to try and leapfrog Gokulam Kerala and Interkashi into the third position. But will it happen or not? Time shall say it all. Now we'll quickly hear what Ishfaq had to say ahead of this game.
You have to give credit to management and all the players, and they have done a wonderful job. And despite all the difficulties we faced this season, I think players have been brilliant, and we have one more hurdle. We have to finish with a good note, and hopefully, inshallah, we'll do that. Well, honestly, unfortunately, not only against Straw, we have faltered with a couple of teams with the late goals, which actually hampered our chances to win this championship. But it's all in the football. You need to concentrate. Concentration has to be till the last whistle. And boys do understand that, and hopefully, inshallah, we will have a better match today.
And that's the dressing room of Namdhari Football Club. Well, of course, they are currently battling relegation. However, a victory for them may just uplift them over Rajasthan United and Aizawl FC. But then it is not going to be an easy road. Can Namdhari FC pull off a remarkable upset? And that too in the den of the Snow Leopard. They are being managed by Harpreet Singh. Of course, Harpreet Singh, he is a name who's known for his game reading. The season was not for him, but then again, he'll definitely like to bow out on a blaze of the glory. And with that being said, another important factor is they don't have too many foreigners in their side, just a couple of them in the entire squad. If we may take a look, at least for today's game, we'll quickly introduce you to the playing 11 as well. But before we do all of that, as the players head into the den of the Snow Leopards, let's quickly hear what Harpreet Singh had to say ahead of today's crucial fixture.
That was our home game, so we have advantage, and he has played it very well in that game, and we win all 3 points. Today, yes, as Real Kashmir very dangerous in their home. So, and we have some problems also because we have grass ground and here is the artificial pitch. So this is also giving us some problem. But we are confident and we are very positive. We will try to finish our campaign with the 3 points, and we will try to do our best. Boys very excited because this is the last game. After that we have a long vacations. Boys are positive.
And his boys are excited and confident, and why not?
Well, this season haven't particularly been one to remember for Namdhari Football Club, but when it comes to upsets, do not write them off completely. And to tell you further about this fascinating fixture, joining me in the commentary box is Bhashwar Ghosh. A very warm welcome, Bhashwar, and a very good afternoon.
A very good afternoon, Rohit, and to all our viewers as well, as we are all waiting for one final day of entertainment in the I-League with 3 matches lined up here. And of course, there will be focus on the last of those, but right now we'll have a look at the lineups of the two sides. Real Kashmir first, the home side with Mohit Shabir on goal. They have a few changes with Dion Menendez coming in, Muhammad Hamad and Wayne Vaza in the centre-back position with Haider Yusuf out wide on the right full-back position. Carlos Lombak, Kamalisa and Muhammad Inam in that midfield with Jeremy and Adnan out wide. Henry Kiseka, the leading strike today. No Krizo though, to add more to his tally. Had a bit of injury concerns in the previous game, but then they have enough in their squad to finish with a win and finish third.
And that's the starting 11 for Namdhari Football Club. Tenzin under the sticks there. Harpreet and Sukhan wide out in the defence. Saurav and Akashdeep in the centre. And alongside that, they have also got the likes of Emmanuel Stephen out in the midfield. And Sehajdeep as well. And then up front is Peter Haukip, Manveer Singh and Ivan Garrido. And the match officials for the day is Mr. Lakshay as the referee, and joining him as assistant referees are Mukesh Dutt and Joginder Singh Rana, and the fourth official for the day is Lalit Singh Rawat.
Back at Kashmir then after a good while. This venue is one special one for Indian football fans, and they'll hope to come back with better performances next season, and better in terms of goal scoring is what Real Kashmir will hope, because their defense has been the tightest one even at this point of time in the league. Finishing third is not a bad one, not a bad season at all, but then Mohammedan have been too strong to take away the title, and a few more goals maybe could have helped Real Kashmir. They're at 5th right now though with 40 points in their bag. Imagine being at 5th with 40. That has been the closeness of the competition this season, with Interkashi stepping up suddenly, Gokulam and Srindi along with Mohammedan, of course, all of them having so much pressure and competition here. Just 15 goals conceded by Real Kashmir.
This year's I-League has somehow just underscored the kind of talent pool that it provides to the Indian footballing excellence. And I reckon the competition in I-League is getting tougher every single day. It's getting a lot more closer. Today, if Real Kashmir goes on to win this fixture, they will leapfrog both Interkashi and Gokulam FC and move into the third position of the points table. If they draw, however, they will be going past Interkashi, considering the fact that they have a better goal difference already. However, if Namdhari FC can pull off an upset, that means they will not only escape the relegation zone, they will also be leapfrogging not one but 2 teams in the form of Rajasthan United and Aizawl, but then Aizawl have played 22 matches so far. And with all of that being said, again, it will all boil down to today's fixture. It will all boil down to kind of intensity that can be cooked up by these two sides. And in no time whatsoever, we will know that how these teams are all set. Of course, the absence of Krizo can be a factor for Real Kashmir, but then with the job being done for the season, now eyeing for that third spot, I reckon they will be hoping for Henry Kiseka to step up. Another big name missing from today's squad is Shahir Shaheen. Of course, his inclusion adds a lot of reliability to the defensive unit as well, but then he is not to be seen. And with that being said, we are all set here, and kick-starting proceedings in their signature yellow and black, the trademark of a snow leopard, is Real Kashmir FC attacking on your screen from the left to the right, attacking on your frame from the right to the left, dressed in their away whites is Namdhari Football Club.
be interesting how Namdhari approach the game here against Real Kashmir, because Real Kashmir haven't lost too many. Of course, they have suffered lately and suffered against Trau. We'll get back to it, but a quick steal here. And Namdhari into attack. Emmanuel trying to find Peter Haukip in the box, but couldn't really do so.
There's a nice bit of combination there from Emmanuel Arana and Ivan Garrido. I reckon if both of these if both these players can combine well enough, it can be a slightly threatening side for the hosts. But then again, knowing their defense, I reckon you need something very special. And not just these two, not just Ivan and Emmanuel. They will need some help from the likes of Stephen Aqua as well. He's playing that role of a midfielder. He'll have to step up. He'll have to try and bolster the forces, the attacking forces. That's a lovely bit of touch there. However, Real Kashmir quick to intercept and send it back into the opposition half.
Well, yeah, rightly so. But just getting back to what I was trying to say at that time is about how Real Kashmir haven't lost too many teams, but then surprisingly, on one occasion, we have to wait for that one occasion again. Another shot, deflection on the way. But yeah, the one occasion they faced Namdhari, it was a 1-0 defeat for Real Kashmir. And that is very rare, where Real Kashmir do not score and concede a goal and lose out a match. So perfect victory for Namdhari on that occasion.
Well, again, like as we already said this before, Bhashwar, I reckon that Namdhari FC is one particular side whom you really cannot just write off, because they are a team that's always on the lookout for opportunities. They are still to go a long way. They are to climb the ladders a lot better. But then with that being said, if you allow them an iota of space, they will start sniffing around and they'll start finding the back of the net like never before. But with all of that being said, you also have to remember the fact that Namdhari last time hosted Real Kashmir. It was their home game. But today, they have arrived on the road. And believe me, defeating Real Kashmir in their very den isn't a very easy task.
Only facts in that statement. The Snow Leopards at home, very, very dangerous and difficult to beat. Leon says the ref is Inam. Dion Menendez was initially a starter, but then lost out his starting spot. Inam has pace, sudden acceleration. That is positive from Tenzin, coming out in time and saving danger. No one expected Inam to latch onto it.
That is what happens when you have a very pacey winger as well. It's just that those sudden bursts of acceleration that can completely change the dynamics. A quick corner taken along the carpet there by Carlos Lomba. Another cross comes in, that was on the ground. However, very good defense there from Namdhari, and this time that long ranger comfortably collected there by Tenzin under the sticks.
The second time he's got a touch of the ball, but here's a little bit of danger at the back. It's Muhit Shabir called into action straight away. But a few positive signs from Ivan Garrido already. He started the game with an attack for Namdhari. Here he was almost latching on to another.
He is a quality player, but then again, just being a quality player won't fetch you all the results that you're looking forward to. You will need some assistance. That is why, as we say, that football is a team game. You will need the entire team to step up. Throw in at the moment for the visitors. Emmanuel Rana goes in for the throw there. However, that has been taken care of. Another cross comes floating in, and it looks like it should be a corner, is it? In fact, the flag's gone up, so... Well, clarity remains, and it is going to be a corner kick at the moment for Namdhari Football Club. So the ball did go out of play. Another one taken along the carpet and sent into the mix there. However, no real challenges for Mohit Shabir.
And he launched it quickly. Could have been a chance of a counter-attack. A bit of a slip. And those slips have turned dangerous this season. We've seen Shillong Lejong fumble a few times. We have seen Real Kashmir themselves fumble once or twice. We have seen Gokulam as well. Those fumbles can be dangerous. Well dealt with by... Oh, that's a giveaway just when I thought it was well dealt with. Namdhari have it back. This is not going to be one-sided, at least as of now. That is the way it has started.
Once again, just highlighting Real Kashmir's prowess, Real Kashmir's flair. And I reckon if that's one thing that they are so very well accustomed to do is sustain pressure. Well, that was another long ball coming in for Real Kashmir. The possession still stays alive, but then a quick intervention there from Ivan Garrido. And the fact that he's dropping so deep at the moment to assist his defenders as well just tells you about the kind of intensity that he can bring forth to the platter. Mohammad Ahmad stepping up, will be a part of Indian Super League in the upcoming season. What a season he's had as well. An absolute rock in the defense. An unbreakable one, in fact. And a long throw floated into the mix. However, Namdhari does well to take care of proceedings.
Real Kashmir applying some pressure now. They surely do not want to give Namdhari a chance. And there's a bit of a revenge card playing in their mind as well, because of that first ever meeting between these two. They are the new entrants, Namdhari. Haven't done too bad, I would say, but then it's difficult with the way teams have performed this season. But again, if you look at a team like Interkashi, it was there first as well. A bit of a clash, a friendly shake of a hand, a free kick for Real Kashmir. But again, if you take a look at Interkashi, you have to say they have not even looked like new entrants, especially in the second half of the league. They took their time to settle down initially, but then the way they have picked up points, they have been unbeaten in the last 11 matches to end the season.
Well, truth be told, I remember when Interkashi played on the first day, it was, well, they may be new entrants, all right, but then the players that took the yard, all of them were very experienced names in Indian football. The likes of Peter Hartley, he has at one point in time been a reckoning force in the heart of Indian Super League. Then the likes of Jackie Chan Singh as well. That's a long delivery into the box. However, Tenzin, he's not bothered by that. And yes, getting back to Interkashi, the fact that they've got experienced names, and most importantly, they've got the likes of Arindam Bhattacharya under the sticks, just tells you how good they have been. Also, do not forget that 1-1 draw against Mohammedan Sporting, that kind of delayed those title celebrations for them, or else could have been an early finish to this year's league. I mean, if not an early finish, but certainly something that would have brought them almost within touching distance of the trophy.
So many wonderful matches we've seen throughout the season, with teams performing exceedingly well. We have seen stats being changed. We have seen the unthinkable happen. Trow beating Real Kashmir last day, the table bottom team, scoring 2 against the best defense of the league. We have seen Churchill Brothers score 3 against Real Kashmir at this very venue against the Snow Leopards, which is again another difficult story. Surprises in plenty is what we have seen. Rajasthan United with a sting in the tail. And then the only defeat of the champions, Mohammedan Sporting, coming from the hands of Real Kashmir, rather. 3-0 that too at their home.
You know, just those snake and ladder movements, Bhashwar. Things like these, when you're playing a long league like this, moments like these is exactly what defines a tournament. They say that eventually the champions are the ones who can withstand their nerves, who can keep on fighting till the very end. And do not forget that eventually it is the combination, it is the dovetailing of the entire team as a family that changes the dynamics, that changes the fabric. That's a lovely run there. This can be an opportunity for Interkashi, but goes all the way back to the goalkeeper of Real Kashmir, Mohit Shabir. And truth be told, what a season Mohit Shabir has had as well. He's been sensational under the sticks. He has been complimented well enough by his defenders. And as a result, Real Kashmir's defense, Real Kashmir's rear guard still remains one of the strongest.
Oh, lovely little pass from Henrik Iseka. Haider Yusuf was fencing another one. He scored a few days ago, but this time flagged offside. He has fancied being a striker at times, but clever tink over the defense from Henrik Iseka.
Once again, Henrik Iseka, an absolute predator. You give him an iota of space in the opposition half, and he can poke it into the back of the net without breaking a sweat. You've got to be careful around Henrik Iseka. He knows the sticks well enough. And here comes Real Kashmir. That's a lovely bit of run now. Can they find a bit more help? A back flick attempted there by Mohammad Anam. However, he has been denied.
Another cross dealt with by the Namdhari defense. They're soaking in the pressure at the moment. Oh, that's a giveaway. Henrik Iseka, he would love to make it 1-0, but what a save. Or was it straight off? We'll have a look at it again. It seems like the keeper got a touch to it. Fingertips.
A wonderful receive there, and I reckon the defender did well. It was a save, in fact. Tenzin once again showing why he can also be someone to watch out for in the upcoming days of Indian football. Corner at the moment for Real Kashmir. It's going to be Carlos Lomba whipping that into the mix. He's got the likes of Henry. And there's Jeremy. Jeremy is one of the lead assist providers for Real Kashmir. Here comes another cross. Mohammad Ahmad. He was eyeing the far post, but then that was going away from him. A bit of smile. An exchange of smiles there between Wayne Vaz and Mohammad Ahmad. Mohammad Ahmad, in fact. Apologies for that.
We'll hope that smile stays a smile at full time with the score line, because that just gave us glimpses of the miss against Trau FC. If you remember, a free header.
Goal kick at the moment for Namdhari. And yes, we were talking about Jeremy a few moments ago. He's got 4 assists to his name. And alongside him, also Namdhari's Emmanuel Arana. He's got 4 assists to his name. So, of course, these are big names involved. Jeremy, he's proven himself. In fact, he's also got 3 goals as well. That's a decent exchange of passes. In fact, Real Kashmir, they have a bit of free space ahead of them. Wanted to go for a long ranger. Takes a deflection along the way. However, the possession remains alive. And it's going to be a throw-in for the hosts.
A bit of injury concerns for Sejdeep, but you were talking about Jeremy and Emmanuel Arana. Interestingly, both of them have 3 goals. You mentioned how they have 4 assists and 3 goals, almost working shoulder to shoulder. But one thing to point out, an Indian youngster against an experienced foreigner, both of them having similar stats, is quite impressive. And Jeremy has really proved his worth throughout the season. Not just the stats, but he has performed well too on pitch. So has Emmanuel Arana, no questions on that. But here's a long throw maybe coming on from Mohammad Ahmad.
The difference in ball possession there, it's almost gaping. 70-30 at the moment. Here comes another long throw. Kamalissa leaps up, however, has been denied by Stephen. A bit of confusion in the box, and Tenzin He does sensationally well, punches that away to safety. And it's going to be a throw-in for Namdhari. I reckon 10s and under the sticks has been pretty well. That was not needed. That was so not needed. Ivan Garrido has gone down. An unnecessary yellow card at the moment for Mohammad Inam.
Not sure what he was trying to do. Such a fine player. It was not for that, this one, was it? Not too much in it, but then if you swing an arm like that, you're going to be booked. And of course, Ivan Garrido made a meal out of it. But anyway, you're not supposed to do that on a football pitch. Not off it as well, unless that is a different sport.
Absolutely, I think football, this is not a battle of wrestling where you can go forward with the clothesline. So, again, like as you mentioned, there wasn't much connection in that. But then footballers, they know when to go down, when to take a hit. That's another long ball. And eventually Namdhari now trying to latch on to it. It is Ivan Garrido. However, Mohammad Hamad comes to the deliverance. He's given the ball away, though that was a cheap giveaway. And it looks like Real Kashmir will be safe and sound, as there was a bit of handball involved.
A bit of luck here and there. 4 fouls from Namdhari, none from Real Kashmir. Pretty clean at the moment in the first quarter of an hour. But we have seen Manveer Singh leading the line a while ago. A certain Manveer Singh represents the Indian national team right now, has been in sensational form, providing more and more assists for Mohun Bagan, who will of course take on the League Shield battle with Mumbai City. But that is a different story. But why I mentioned Manveer is because there's another Manveer in the making. He is leading the strike for Namdhari, Manveer Singh, with the number 9. Here he is on the ball. Switches it to the right. Shehat just leaves it for Sukhandeep on that occasion. And now Emmanuel Arana moving forward.
Well, you talked about Manveer in ISL, of course. He's been a dominant force. Not only has he provided assists, but he scored himself as well. And Namdhari's Manveer, of course, he's learning the ropes. But then, on his heyday, he can score absolute screamers. He's already scored 2 goals. So just that starting for him, just that dawn for him at the moment. That is a sensational bit of work there from Ivan Garrido. However, once again, the defensive combination as Mohammad Hamad continues to lead the defense, rally the troops in the Real Kashmir defensive excellence, eventually bails out his team on that occasion.
They're not afraid, Namdhari, today. That is one clear thing. You can see the body language as well. We saw them earlier in the season, and right now very different, very much more comfortable compared to back then. They'll hope they can continue with that. Muhammad Hamad goes the long way, but a wasted one really. Haider Yusuf was not getting to that.
Not exactly a packed house today at TRC football turf. We have seen bigger crowds, but then again I reckon we're just within 20 minutes of the game, so slowly with time they will be coming in. Of course, they love to watch football. Football has been an enterprise that has not only provided them hope, but it has also provided them promise and entertainment. Well, that's a long ranger. What a screamer that is! Almost from the center line. Would you believe that? Stephen Aqua showing his power, showing his class. And out of nowhere, Real Kashmir has been shell-shocked.
Oh, wow. That is why he has been trusted with that responsibility. A special player with a special strike. And we'll have a look at that again. A long way out. The keeper out of his lines. He spotted it early. Inch perfect. That from yards out, really. Couldn't have been more precise there. We have seen that celebration before. Known some of his mates too. They love that celebration.
Talk about finishes. That would certainly go down as one of the finest in this year's tournament. And I think once again, spotting the goalkeeper's position, that is why we keep on telling, or we keep on saying that how the goalkeeper is positioned kind of changes the entire narrative. A few saves are made to look easy only because the goalkeeper's positioning is absolutely incredible. And here comes Namdhari once again from the right. Can they get them support that they are looking forward to? I reckon a bit of a heavy touch there, allowing Real Kashmir to regain possession on that occasion.
Namdhari on the lead, and they are the one attacking right now. And they'll be looking to increase their tally. But Real Kashmir are playing at home, and they would want to make a home advantage count. Goal scoring has been the issue, and they would want to score at least a couple of goals here and get the win. But Namdhari are looking very, very positive at the moment.
In the pre-match interview, Harpreet Singh looked very confident, and he was smiling. He was happy. He just mentioned it very clear that the boys are going to entertain, enjoy themselves. Oh my! Oh, in fact, that has been pointed to the spot. Bashwari were looking for a 2-0 cushion. Namdhari stands on the cusp. Carlos Lomba hasn't got an answer. Real Kashmir hasn't got an answer. What are we witnessing here?
It's Namdhari's heat melting Real Kashmir's snow here. And seems to be an elbow the reason. But still complaints from Real Kashmir players. The decision has been made, but that complaint will only get him a yellow card. Unnecessary again. 2 unnecessary yellow cards. And Tion Menendez with the yellow goes into the books. Muhammad Hamad still complaining. I'm sure they wouldn't want more cards coming their way. They need to move off. Carlos Lomba with a few heated words exchanged too. 2 yellow cards. But a penalty right now. And seems like it will be Emmanuel Arana from the spot. This can be a sad story at Kashmir to end the season with. 3 goals, 4 assists already from Emmanuel Arana. He can make it 4 in the season with the strike from the spot. He has been promising he can write a destiny in this match for Namdhari, and he has written that right now with the second for Namdhari. 2-0, and Real Kashmir are down by 2 at Srinagar. A rare occasion indeed.
A very rare occasion indeed. What a penalty, to be honest. Steering off Mohit Shabir in completely different direction. Look at the celebrations there, right in front of the camera. The trio loves it. Cool, composed, calm, steps up and sends it through the heart of the goal altogether. As straight as a line, as straight as an arrow. Talk about composure under the pump. And I reckon Emmanuel Arana, he just exemplified that. But what a start this has been. 23 minutes, 24 in fact. And Real Kashmir playing in their home are 2-0 down. Now, one particular thing about Real Kashmir is their defense is their strongest suit. When it comes to attack, well, definitely they have garnered points yet, but they haven't been keen on scoring those high goal scoring matches. They haven't been part of too many high goal scoring matches. I reckon they have just been comfortable enough in scoring goals. But at the moment, if they have to win this fixture in order to climb up to the 3rd position, they will have to score 3 goals from here on, which looks like a challenge.
Well, people who went on a little break and back to watch the match. It's 2-0 for Namdhari. In a moment, in a few minutes of space, they have scored twice, once from the spot and one brilliant strike from distance.
Namdhari back on the attack. And eventually that is a long giveaway. Going to be a throw-in at the moment. And the man who took a booking a few moments ago, Dion Menezes. And the question mark is, was the spot kick or did the spot kick have enough connection? Looks like it's going to be a free kick at the moment. The referee Yashir, in fact apologies, the referee Lakshay. He's keeping a close eye, he's keeping a keen eye on proceedings, trying to control the match with an iron fist.
A chance for Real Kashmir to come back in the game. Carlos Lomba, the Portuguese, lining up to create a chance here. And they need a goal badly here. They desperately need one. Real Kashmir. Carlos Lomba goes for goal himself. Punched out by Tenzin. He's looking strong as well. And overall, Namdhari are looking strong.
The final day of I-League 2023-2024. And I reckon, Bhashwar, we are in for an absolute treat. It's just the beginning. Mohammad Ahmad with another long throw into the box. Can be an opportunity. Not taken. Danger's not over. Possession remains alive for Real Kashmir. And they try to find up a bit of help going forward. In fact, that is a very poor giveaway. It could have been a chance if Ivan Garrido could have kept his eyes on the ball and created a proper pass. Carlos Lomba plays it back to Wayne Vaz. And Vaz sends it forward. A bit of constant struggle there. Dion Menezes eventually capitulates possession.
But every time they're so keen to go on counters. Not sure if that's a foul. They're asking for one. Manveer stayed down. Controlled and switched direction intelligently by Namdhari. How comfortable are they looking today on the ball? Sukandeep has options. Oh, wonderful. Gets through the other side of the defender. Another cross comes in. Oh, the shot's cuffed just by Peter Haukip. That would have been another heartbreak if Peter could have scored that.
Shots fired, and they continue to be fired relentlessly by the visitors. At the moment though, Real Kashmir, they are still to find their stride. Wherein the visitors, they look like they are in a paradise of their own. And remember, both these teams, they come from very different climatic conditions. Because Namdhari, they are more used to a bit of heat and a lot of humidity as well. And that's a lovely bit of a snatch. Namdhari can be on their way, can possibly be a third strike. But then Mohammad Ahmad, captain for a reason. He knows that at the moment he will have to do the task himself. Manveer Singh once again on the prowl.
Well, I'll tell you, the turf helped Real Kashmir this time. And that is where home advantage comes into play. Otherwise, that was a very timely release towards Manveer. And... well, Namdhari are very eager to make it 3-0, it seems. Emmanuel with the throw, a long one. Carlos Lomba clears it out. Oh, that'll be a free kick. Jeremy with a frustrated looking challenge. But this Real Kashmir looks different. It looks like a wounded Snow Leopard, especially with that defeat against Trau. And that was their first defeat after 9 back-to-back matches being unbeaten. And that unbeaten run came to an end against Trau. And they look like an injured, wounded Snow Leopard who are being pounced on by Namdhari.
Emmanuel on the free kick there, hoping to whip one in. There it comes, however, that has been repelled away. Danger's not over, possession lingers on. Sukandeep plays it all the way back. Ball possession still remains overwhelmingly in favour of Real Kashmir. And now Ivan sends another one into the mix, but that wasn't as menacing as it should have been. And it looks like Real Kashmir's defense is kind of inviting more troubles for themselves, except for Mohammad Ahmad. The rest of the defense has seemed somewhat shaky, sloppy and watery.
Well, it is about the approach and intent, I would say. If you look at the Namdhari players, the way they move, they're so eager. You can read from their body language. They want to win. Even though this is the last match, there's not much to play for, but they want to end this on a winning note. And they're really looking like a side hungry for all 3 points. But at the same time, if you look at Real Kashmir, even though they have the quality, they're going on attacks time and again. And that might be a free kick, it is indeed. But, oh yeah, yellow card as well. Had the use of course down. But if you look at Real Kashmir, they're more of complacent at the moment. Well, of course, there's added motivation of avoiding that relegation zone spot. We'll have a look at that chance before. There were a few created by Ivan Garrido, mostly from the left, but that has given them an added motivation to perform, to come out of that relegation zone. But at the same time, Real Kashmir, they're looking very complacent, to be honest. They almost feel like everything is done and dusted. They're just playing a game here, enjoying themselves, which is fine, which is not an issue. But then you need to go for the win. You cannot just casually let Namdhari steal away possession, create those attacks and keep scoring goals. It is already 2-0. Could have gotten worse. Had Yusuf though struggling a bit.
Pashwar, I have a slightly different perspective. You see, there's a difference between the number 3 finish and a number 5 finish. So of course, if you're finishing in the 3rd position, that kind of underlines the position a bit more. Top 3 out of the 13 teams playing, wherein finishing in the 5th position makes it a top 5 in the top 13, in the 13 teams playing. So of course, there's a lot of difference in terms of positioning. We'll get back to that discussion, but at the moment, Carlos Lomba, he's got a free kick to unload. In fact, takes one on the ground. Here comes the cross, and Namdhari somehow looks unbreachable at the moment. They are playing like a team possessed. And yes, you were talking about complacency sinking in. In fact, it looks like the ball has again been given away. This can be a chance for Ivan. A bit of step over. The referee this time not really interested. In fact, he's given a free kick just outside the box. And I think at the moment, Adnan Ayub, he's stunned at the decision.
I would say that is a correct decision, but a replay will make it clear. This was the previous move though, and the step overs actually did the trick, deceiving the defender, and that is why they have been awarded the free kick. And just at the edge of the box, that is another good spot. The initial contact came outside the box. A yellow card shown too. Not sure if that's for Adnan Ayub because the card has come out very, very late. And another opportunity. And getting back to the discussion a while ago, you said they have a 3rd spot to play for, but I think someone needs to let Real Kashmir know that and wake them up.
The wake-up call, the clarion call, I think that now seems like a myth for them. They've got the 2 foreigners, Ivan and Emmanuel, all set for this free kick. This can be a dangerous position to have a free kick from, particularly for the Spaniard. Can Ivan Garrido rifle one into the back of the net? Or is it a different strategy altogether? Ivan goes for it, and it looks like that was completely off target. And yes, now getting back to the discussion that we were having, it isn't just the position. You were talking about complacency. I reckon Real Kashmir, without the likes of Krizo, without the likes of Shahir Shaheen, I think more than complacency, they are a team that's kind of lacking the confidence rather. They are more of, they are having a very stooping body language, to be honest, except for those isolated occasions where Kiseka came very close to scoring. I don't think they haven't been pretty imposing other than ball possession. That's another lovely delivery now. And Namdhari FC, They are kind of conjuring a world-class brand of football. This can be another cross floating in. Here comes the cross, and somehow, the header goes wide.
Raining attacks here at the snowland here. Shehajdeep's header. Not hitting the target, but Emmanuel Arana, Ivan Garrido, Stephen Akua, all of them combining so well. And of course, Shehajdeep, Peter Haukip and Manveer, the 3 and 3. The foreigners and the Indians in attack combining so well for Namdhari. Rare chance for Real Kashmir. Oh, Henry Kiseka, is that another penalty? Well, nothing in that. Get up, says the referee. But Namdhari might create another chance of their own.
I think this is a completely revamped Namdhari. The kind of football that we have seen, it looks like we are witnessing a top flight team in action. And as we keep on saying, as we keep on iterating the fact that football is all about playing in the very moment. They're talking about enjoying themselves. I reckon it is Namdhari who are enjoying themselves. In fact, the referee says it's all right. Let's go ahead. Eventually, the referee's blown the whistle. Another yellow card comes out. And now it's a plethora of yellow cards being thrown around. At the moment, Lakshay says this is my yard. It is Peter Haukip who's gone down. It's Carlos Lomba who's being booked this time.
And seems like there might be another yellow. I'm not sure really, but Mohammad Ahmad went complaining for the second time. Once in that penalty incident, once right now as well. And there are a few yellow cards flying. But it was an off-the-ball clash, and that is why Carlos Lomba went into the books. We will see that incident maybe again, but a free kick for Namdhari. Emmanuel Arana. It is almost a million miles away from goal for this free kick, just near the center circle. It's most likely a cross coming in. Emmanuel Arana, it is a cross. Stephen Akua's header turned more into a passer than anything else. A clever attempt from Peter. He couldn't find his man.
I would say the plan was picture perfect. It wasn't wrong. I think that header could have been slightly better if he was already eyeing for a player. He could have somewhat sent it a bit more lateral to him instead of sending it forward. But nonetheless, all that discussion, and I think all of that has been possible because Namdhari chose to step up heroically today in the den of the Snow Leopards. Stephen Akwa, I mean, that goal, that opening goal that he scored, that was absolutely world class. We have seen bigger names of the sport doing that time and time again. Of course, when we talk about goals from the center line, who would forget David Beckham?
Of course, such a big name in world football. And that special free kick too, another tangle. And Carlos Lomba is on a yellow, but a corner gifted. As if nothing is working in Real Kashmir's favor right now. And a bit of luck going in favor of Namdhari too. Second corner for them. It is a chance to deliver again. We are slowly moving towards half time. 39.5 minutes played. 2-0 Namdhari.
Opportunity once again. Sukandeep whips that into the mix. That has been repelled away by Real Kashmir. However, the possession falls back for Namdhari. I reckon at the moment Namdhari can have another chance. Mohammad Ahmad almost, had it not been for the late header of Mohammad Ahmad, Real Kashmir was on the brink of another downfall. And Mohit Shabir, he was completely unraveled by that one. There was a boatload of confusion in the box.
This is one of the worst days for Real Kashmir, at least as of now. There's a lot of time remaining though to come back in this. And Namdhari are looking too strong right now, certainly. It's almost like colors have changed. They're given away. Kamalesa desperately moving forward, but that's been the story so far. Those second balls, those deflections, everything falling kindly for Namdhari. 5 shots from both sides, but the more effective one has been from Namdhari as Ivan Garrido is racing forward, but the flag will go up.
Real Kashmir will have to do better than what they are doing right now, and they are capable of doing it. It's not that they are stranger to glory, they are stranger to turnarounds. We've seen them turning things around even from the cusp of defeats. So do not think that this game is over. Well, of course, a couple of big names are missing. Looks like they will get a free kick from a very good position. An opportunity. A bit of discussions here happening between the referee and, of course, Akash Deep, as well as Stephen Aqua. They will eventually have to concede. Not heated, to be honest. I think that has been one particular difference after conceding those 2 goals. Real Kashmir, the players of Real Kashmir, somehow they are extremely heated at the moment. They are kind of losing that temper. However, Namdhari, well, of course, with 2 goals, with the 2-goal cushion, it's bound that you will be calm and composed. I think also there is a change of body language for the side.
There's something else going on too there between Kamalesa and Carlos Lomba. Carlos Lomba probably wanted to take it, but Kamalesa has a chance to get Real Kashmir back just before half time. Hasn't scored too many, but this is his chance. Just at the edge of the box, Kamalesa goes for power. Needed more precision in that, straight to the wall, who do their job right. And a corner for Real Kashmir. Tenzin has gone down.
That would have been a world-class strike if Kamalesa could have been, or would have been able to keep that on target. But nonetheless a corner. And Tenzin, he's had a busy day as well. Well, of course, in the last 10 minutes, if the last 10 or 15 minutes, of course, it has been Namdhari ruling the roost, but Real Kashmir, somehow or the other, they are trying now. They're trying to turn things around. Mohammad Ahmadi certainly not happy with a few things, and I think he's just trying to have a word with the referee at the moment. And I think, you know, in football, decisions like these or occasions like these, deliberations like these, they keep on happening. Ishfaq Ahmed, he's also trying to explain something to his players, but it's time for another set piece.
And this time it'll be the Portuguese, Carlos Lomba. Once the Namdhari players a bit further away from that spot. And just not happy with that. And a warning from Lakshay, today's match official. Well, you might be in the books if you do not move away sooner. Carlos Lomba towards the far post. Muhammad Hamad rose. And numbers on the way of those shots. Namdhari do not concede for the nth time now. And their defense have stood like a wall in front of all those attacks from Real Kashmir.
Kamalesa was there on the shot. Could have done better. Unfortunately found a melee of Namdhari boots altogether. That's another long ball. And it looks like it's Henry Kiseka now trying to control possession. There comes Jeremy. And here's the shot targeting the far post. But that has gone wide. As we head into the final minutes of regulation time for the first half. And as the urgency grows in the Real Kashmir camp after conceding the second goal, I would say that Real Kashmir, this contest is now coming even more alive.
Well, but the way things are going, it's more of frustrated efforts from Real Kashmir, not planned ones, not focusing. And as we can hear, 3 minutes have been added on. We're into additional time, but the focus needs to be there. You need to be clear in your mind about what you're going to do when you're in the attacking third. If you just lash on a shot or just unleash a powerful effort which is not even on target, or you want to cross your arm in a crossing zone and go for a shot just because you want a goal back, it'll lead you to nowhere. And that was a foul while we were on with that talks. And look at that, that was also frustration from Muhammad Hamad, clearly. But wouldn't be surprised to see a few changes, more than a few, of course, in the second half, with the likes of Asrar Rehbar, Atib and Imaduddin getting his chance as well in the second half.
Absolutely. Time shall tell us all that what are the substitutions that will be made by the two coaches. Emmanuel Arana launches one into the box. What exactly has gotten into Real Kashmir? One of the top defenses of this year's I-League, and somehow it feels like they are playing with players who ply their trade in possibly school leagues altogether. Lack of chemistry, lack of understanding, lack of communication, and it's just woeful to watch. Muhammad Ahmad has been the solitary beacon of hope for the Snow Leopards. But other than that, the remainder of the defense, the likes of Haider Yusuf, Leon Menezes and Wayne Vaz, they have been completely non-existent.
I can sense the utter frustration on those words as well, because we are not habituated seeing Real Kashmir this way. We are habituated seeing a strong, steady Real Kashmir with such lapses. And well, the first goal was a brilliant one, no doubts on that, but it's more about the attacks which they're allowing. The way they're leaving those chances open for Namdhari is what's bringing us to these question marks being put forward. 30 more seconds in the first half. Do we have another goal lying in it? Namdhari have a free kick deep in their own half.
Sends it downtown. Wanted to just twist and turn and give a chase for the ball. However, looks like the referee wasn't happy with the turn there. Mohammad Ahmad once again kind of twisting with fire there. And at the moment, had it been boxing, it would have been the bell saving Real Kashmir. In this occasion, however, it's a whistle that eventually prevents further dampening. But what a start this has been from Namdhari Football Club. The Snow Leopards, however, they are a side that can change the game at any point in time. Let's see what do they come forth with in the second half. But as things stand at the end of the first half, it's Namdhari Football Club 2, Real Kashmir 0.
And those are the stats at full half-time, rather. Real Kashmir, even though leading the possession stats and shot stats, but they haven't found the goal. 60% possession to 40 from Namdhari. 8 shots, of which just 3 on target, which were saved by Tenzin and the defense. 5 shots from Namdhari, 2 on target, with those 2 being the 2 deciding goals of the half. There's the shot map for Real Kashmir. Kamalesa leading that chart with 3 of those shots. Muhammad Inam with 2. Carlos Lomba, Henry Kiseka and Jeremy trying their luck once each. We'll also look at the shots from Namdhari, which actually caused more trouble than those 8. And there's Stephen Akua. I'm not sure if you can even see that on the map. That's how far out from where he took the shot. Ivan Garrido from the penalty spot. Emmanuel Arana, they're converting. And Peter with the 1 attempt as well.
7 fouls from Real Kashmir. Adnan, Carlos Lomba, Dion Menezes, Henry, Kamalisa and Jeremy. 1 foul apiece. Of course, this has been a pretty fiery encounter, a pretty fiery exchange of spirit. And both the teams, they have kind of brought the fire to the pitch, literally. 9 fouls from Namdhari Football Club, 3 of them coming from Sukandeep, 2 from Saurav, Stephen Aqua with 1 foul, Emmanuel, Manveer and Peter with 1 foul each. And this has been a very eventful half of football rather, from two absolutely, like, one crazy strike from the halfway mark and one from the spot, and then it has been a barrage of chances created. And just to give you all a heads up, here's the highlights of the first half. That is one particular highlight that we have seen quite a few times today. This was a golden opportunity, however. The flag went up. Henry Kiseka somehow or the other kept on going at it, but then a sensational save there from Tenzin, and followed by this world-class strike from Stephen Aqua and the celebration.
And then it was soon 2-0 before Real Kashmir could think of a comeback. It was Emmanuel Arana from the spot, too precise, straight down the center of the goal. And there were more and more chances, back-to-back chances coming from Namdhari. There were a few in phases from Real Kashmir, but then it wasn't enough. They lost their focus. They picked up unnecessary yellow cards. But Ivan Garrido, he has been the showstopper in the first half. A powerful attempt from Kamalisa with that free kick. And they got corners and chances. Their shot was blocked by the Namdhari defense. There were a few late chances for Real Kashmir, but they lost composure, which they needed to show. Time and again, a few fouls and free kicks here and there. That sums up the half then. Another 45 minutes to play for. 2-0 the lead for the away side, Namdhari at the Snow Leopards 10, which is very, very difficult. We'll find out soon after a short little break. Stay tuned. At halftime, it's Real Kashmir 0, Namdhari FC 2. Welcome back to the TRC Stadium in Srinagar. It is the second half of the contest between Real Kashmir and Namdhari. But in terms of contest, it is Namdhari who have gotten the better of Real Kashmir by 2 goals to nil. And Real Kashmir have a task in hand, a climb to overturn that lead taken by Namdhari. Underway with proceedings in second half. Real Kashmir will be attacking from right to left of your screens in the yellow stripes, and Namdhari in their whites from left to right, and straight away into an attack too. Peter Haukip, he's been in phases very lively, and there he is once again, and we'll watch the second half and what it has in store. But with me in the comm box is Rohit. Welcome back.
Thank you so much, Bhashwar. And what an incredible first half of football did we witness. Of course, both the teams, they will be hoping to bring further fireworks to this game. Real Kashmir, they have a mountain to climb. They're trailing by 2 goals at the moment. While Namdhari Football Club, they have a cushion. They have an insurance goal as well. Can they hold on to the lead and spark absolute outrage in the den of the Snow Leopards? You never know. Football is a game riddled with twists and turns. Football is a game riddled with stories that is written by supernatural forces.
And that was another long-range attempt meanwhile, but not on target from Carlos Lomba. They want to get that goal back. And there, have a look. Very, very far out again. Could have been 2 spectaculars in a single game.
Goal kick at the moment for Tenzin Samdup. He's had a very good game today, and he hopes to keep this a clean sheet. But again, we are a long way out from the finish line. We are a long way out from the final whistle. Headed away to safety. And now Real Kashmir, they are amplifying the numbers. They are amplifying the attacks at the moment. Here comes a cross. However, there was no one to receive that. And that will go down in history as a miss.
Well, of course, and a substitution has been made at halftime. It is Adnan Ayub who has gone off, and Ifam Tariq Mir has come on for Real Kashmir. We'll soon get the confirmation.
Well, at the moment, both the teams, I think, in terms of Real Kashmir's attacking outfit, they will have to gain a bit of composure. They will have to come together as a unit. It's understandable that they are trying to revolve their entire attacking unit, keeping Henry Kiseka out in the center. It's more Kiseka-centric considering the fact that Krizo is not present. But then Krizo and Kiseka, they are 2 different players. Krizo loves to drop back in the midfield as well and create opportunities. That is why he's such a versatile player as well. Kiseka, however, he is more of a fox in the box. You give him a chance in the box and he can finish that for you. This can be a good looking opportunity for Real Kashmir. At the moment, however, they are kind of struggling here. And with that being said, they will need far more than what they are doing currently in order to salvage a point from this fixture.
Real Kashmir building up from the back.
Keeping things simple right now, Real Kashmir just trying to keep the ball at their feet, not trying something extraordinary. And I think at the moment, they will have to first find out that opening goal. Because once they score that first goal, as we know, Bhashwar, that goals change the game on its face. They act as catalysts, they shift momentum, and they can absolutely overturn the entire world as well. So with that being said, I think Real Kashmir should focus more on finding that opening goal. And the second one, I'm not saying that it would follow suit, but that would make life slightly easy for them.
Indeed. And that is why they are up here in the second half with more intent. They won the first goal of the half. They have made the change as well, playing a few passes together. Trying to combine. Here's Jeremy. Released to the left-hand side. Has he kept it in? Yes, he has. And now a chance in the box. Oh, excellent sliding tackle in. Had to time it to perfection. It was in a very, very dangerous area.
Free kick for Namdhari Football Club. Of course, they will like to take a few more seconds in their favor. Try and slow down the tempo, because the faster they play, it will be almost playing into the strengths of Real Kashmir FC. And I reckon football, if there's one particular thing that football teaches you, is trying to adjust to the tempo of the circumstances. If you try and play by your opposition's tempo, if you try and up the speed of the game just because your opposition is doing that well enough, it's almost giving away what your advantage can be.
Real Kashmir move forward again, this time from the right. It's Ifam on the ball. Somehow managed to cross in, not enough pace generated. And there are a few more fans who've joined us in the stadium. The numbers increasing gradually a bit. The last home game, and of course the last game of this season. We'll come back again with new hopes next season. Muhammad Hamad with a long throw. Nothing working at the moment for Real Kashmir as Namdhari clear the lines, but they are having a few more attacks in this half. That is one positive amongst all those troublesome situations.
I reckon Namdhari is now slowly rolling themselves into that defensive husk of theirs. Now, and that is one of the reasons why you won't see them going on attacks too frequently like they were in the first half. And the fact that they are going back into their own defensive integument, that means Real Kashmir have a bit more space going forward. That's another free kick floated into the box. Namdhari FC possibly fancying a shot there. However, eventually it won't be counting as something as positive as Namdhari would have wanted. And it's going to be a goal kick in favor of Real Kashmir. Taken quickly along the carpet. Mohit Shabir, he's conceded a couple of goals, and in both the cases there wasn't much that he could have done. One was from the spot where Emmanuel Arana very confidently just stepped up and drove it straight down the heart of the goal, and the other one came from the feet of Stephen Aqua, who almost conjured an absolute screamer close to that halfway mark. So not much that he could have done. This can be another chance at the moment for Namdhari. Mohit Shabir steps up to the occasion and denies what could have been another shy at glory for the visitors.
Just in time from Mohit Shabir. Otherwise it was Peter Haukip who was through there. And they will have those chances once in a while. Right now, Real Kashmir can attack the more open brand of football right now on display. Henry Kiseka doesn't agree though.
Another long ball floated into the mix, but not too much, to be honest, on that one at least. I think the second half, it hasn't exactly been an eventful affair so far. Both the teams are just trying to go with the flow. However, that won't really help the cause of Real Kashmir. You'll have to find something which takes them against the flow of play, which takes them into that driver's seat that they are so desperately hoping to latch on to. Another long ball. This can be a chance for Real Kashmir. However, Tenzin, he continues to go forward. And Namdhari stays alive.
Tenzin has stood in the way of all those Real Kashmir chances today. And just when we are watching one of the goalkeepers with the most number of clean sheets this season, Muhit Shabir, we are seeing a one not much talked about, doing everything possible to prove a point. Tenzin.
It was mighty close, to be honest. And with every passing minute, Real Kashmir, they'll just keep on coming closer and closer. They will be unloading a barrage of opportunities against their counterparts. They will be relentless. They will be absolutely unforgiving. So Namdhari FC will have to wait and watch how do they adjust to this entire situation. How do they adapt to the burgeoning pressure of the hosts? Corner right now for the Snow Leopards. Floats it into the mix there, and it eventually eludes everyone in the process. Not something that Real Kashmir will be happy about.
Well, Tenzin will be happy so far the way he has performed. He's very promising, to say the least. He's caught attention, caught eyes, and he'll be looking to keep that clean sheet intact. Will be really a great show from them.
For all the football fans who are joining in just now, well, that was another long ball, but then again, kind of toothless. And yes, for all the football fans who are joining in right now, it's another triple header day in I-League. We have 3 encounters lined up. One of them is going in already. Real Kashmir versus Namdhari Football Club, as Namdhari currently is in the driver's seat with the 2-0 cushion. We have Srinidhi Deccan versus Shillong Lajong coming up. And then Mohammedan Sporting as well will be taking the yard against Delhi FC later in the evening before their crowning glory.
And that's where they will celebrate the trophy. And that'll be live from the iconic Salt Lake Stadium. And here's another chance. Namdhari looking dangerous. Muhit Shabir again stepping up to save danger. Real Kashmir, they will feel the game is not done yet. Namdhari getting into a more defensive shape, but the shape is working. They've stolen back possession. Quick exchanges in the midfield. Emmanuel given away again.
Well, with Krizo and Shahid Shaheen not a part of the lineup, it is going to be interesting to see when does Ashfaq brings on the likes of Mohammad Rebar and Atib Ahmed Dar, because these are 2 forwards. At the moment, it kind of feels that Real Kashmir, they aren't exactly combining together that chemistry that we were talking about. That has been slightly on the downside today. I think one of their major team strengths is coming together as a unit, and that is why Namdhari Football Club is kind of having it easy. So they will need somebody in the mix when it comes to that final third to try and convert the chances. Namdhari somehow has found their 3rd goal, but what a brilliant finish, an absolute strike of genius. A long ball into the box, destined to be on the header. And that was headed to perfection as Mohit Shabir remains rooted to his spot.
A top quality header from a top player in the making. And we were just discussing in the first half about Manbir Singh. And here's him rising to the occasion. It seems to be him. We'll soon get the confirmation. It was indeed Manbir, just rising between Wayne Vaz and Tion Menezes. And that's where the confusion arose. Mohit Shabir rooted to the spot. It is Namdhari who have got the third. Would you believe it? Real Kashmir down by 3 at home. And this is only the second time this has happened in the entire season. Once versus Churchill, and once right now.
Real Kashmir, they will have to score quick. They will have to take the game by its horns. It's coming thick and fast with them. And Namdhari is relentless. They are not here to just enjoy themselves. They mean business. And I think Harpreet Singh is going to be delighted at this result. And Manbir Singh, what a stunning strike. Can Real Kashmir find something to be hopeful about? Can they find that strike of being optimistic at least? Keep the game alive. Jeremy, he has been somewhat silenced today by Namdhari. In fact, not just Jeremy, but the entire Real Kashmir. They have been mere spectators on this occasion. A team hailing all the way from Punjab eventually steps up into very glacial conditions in Srinagar. But the result says that it doesn't matter to them.
But I'll tell you that stats sometimes do not lie. This is one team Real Kashmir have failed to score against in their previous meeting too. It was a 1-0 in favor of Namdhari. It was Harmanpreet Singh who scored that goal. But today it is a few different goal scorers. A yellow card, meanwhile, a little heated up it is at the moment. Real Kashmir have a free kick. A little too late for them, maybe. Late in terms of conceding 3 goals, not really the time on the clock. 3 goals conceded against Namdhari, who haven't really got the best of attacks, I would say, because they have scored just 25 goals in 23 matches. And here they come up against the strongest defense and score 3. Here's a chance for Real Kashmir. Punched out. And Tenzin again, turning out to be the savior for Namdhari. A little push from Kamalisa. No foul, says the ref, especially maybe because he did not have control of the ball.
The Snow Leopards, do they have what it takes to plug a 3-goal deficit? Just a quick confirmation, it was Evan Garrido who has been taken into the referee's book. Now in a game like this, had it been a much more slender cushion, we would have seen a lot more of those fouls. But Namdhari right now has kind of put the game beyond the grasp of Real Kashmir, if not for a late miracle. Knowing the Snow Leopards and knowing the fact that they are in their own fortress altogether, they are capable of conjuring a magic that would keep us kind of hooked to the screens. But do they have the magicians today?
Not really sure about that answer. And sometimes it's not just about magic, it's sometimes about doing the normal things right, which they haven't really done so far. A change coming in It's Ramdina coming on to replace Muhammad Inam. Ramdina Walte maybe trying to change a few things about in that formation. Would be very intrigued to see the likes of Imaduddin in a match like this. Shetty. Another cross in towards Mohit Shabir this time, who collects it. And Real Kashmir run forward in search of at least one goal against Namdhari.
And all this pursuit isn't bearing fruit. They are constantly being bombarded by a melee of defensive brutes there by Namdhari Football Club. Real Kashmir now trying to use the left wing to their advantage. The absence of Krizo is getting a lot more palpable with every passing minute. And Jeremy, of course, today has been one particular day that has somewhat seen Real Kashmir, the entirety of Real Kashmir, struggling. Here comes in the corner, floated into the mix, but danger has been taken care of, and Namdhari standing tall. They're doing everything right today, leaping. What a release that can possibly be the fourth goal. A bit of a drag there from the back. Can be a card. The referee's reaching out for his pocket, which can very well be the end already. My goodness, everything has gone downhill for the Snow Leopards, hailing from the mountains.
And he's reaching for his back pocket. He was the last man, Haider Yusuf, and he might be sent off with that. I'm just waiting for him to get up here. Haider Yusuf, that'll be a very sad ending. It is a red, a clear one, no questions on it. What a frustrating day in the office for Real Kashmir. It was seeming to come, but not in this fashion. But too quick was Ivan Garrido. What a counter-attack launched by Namdhari. And now it is 157 minutes of football against Namdhari that Real Kashmir haven't found a single goal and have conceded 4 in total against this very side. And they might concede more now.
And more importantly, this is a free kick from a very critical juncture of the game. Once again, the two foreigners all set, Ivan and Emanol. It looks like it will be Ivan who will be whipping that in. He's got a vicious in-swinger. Can launch one towards that top right corner. Or do we see one from Emanol as well? Emanol has gone up for the penalty. Here comes the free kick. In fact, it was Emanol trying to curl that in. What a shot, what a strike that would have been if it would have been on target. And once again, a closer look at this one. So close, and yet so far. Real Kashmir, not only are they down by 3 goals, but now they are numerically depleted as well. It just keeps on getting miles away from the finishing line for the hosts.
And now they're down to 10 men. They'll have to play the rest of the 20 minutes with 10 men on pitch. This will be very, very difficult for them.
It isn't just 10 men, but also the likes of Carlos Lomba, one of the most active players in the Real Kashmir outfit, and Dion Menezes are also already in the referee's book, so they'll have to be careful. However, at the moment, it's going to be a free kick right now for the Snow Leopards. A chance for Carlos Lomba to try and find something, get that opening goal, or possibly launch one into the mix. The substitute, Ifam Mir, can also be the one responsible with the free kick. Where are we headed? Is there a late twist in the tail? For a twist, however, to be conjured, Real Kashmir will have to fire now and they'll have to fire fast.
Ifam delivers, and Tenzin, he has been the star of that defense today. Time and again, how impressive he's been under the goal. Tenzin summed up. And here's another chance for Real Kashmir. The defense alert. Sheshdeep clears it. Peter Haukip, there might be more for Namdhari. They're on the break, they're on the counter. The 3 free men, but not the best of passes. Could have played the grounded route. Could have opted for the grounded route or waited a little more. It was almost a 3v1 opening up.
It's absolute chaos right now at the TRC football turf. We talk about home advantage, we talk about the advantages of playing on a turf like this, we talk about crowds flocking in. I reckon Namdhari Football Club, they knew what they were stepping into. They knew that this was nothing short of a fortress that they were going to breach, and look at how they have breached it. They haven't just breached it, they have kind of shredded it open. Another free kick at the moment, however, for Real Kashmir. Another chance for them to at least find that opening goal, something to give them some hope. Takes one quickly, floated into the box. It was curling towards that last moment. However, it looks like the flag's gone up, which means all the effort, all the brilliance ebbs away into thin oblivion.
Clearly there, Henry Kiseka making the run early. And couldn't stay onside. A little sloppy there. Look at the frustration. Even when they're 3-0 up, 1 man up. Or rather, it is better to say Real Kashmir are 1 man down. And there's Muhammad Hamad. Henry Kiseka not really being able to control it. Stephen Akua though does so well to find the pass and control it. Solid from Wayne. Quality in phases in today's match here, but they're surely missing the likes of Krizo and Shaheen. Real Kashmir.
Real Kashmir on the ball, trying to find a bit of opening, and it looks like it was a clip from back, which means another free kick at the moment. Jeremy was brought down on that occasion, and the referee quickly laying down the law. That's a nice bit of turn there, something that Jeremy does so well, and eventually it was Harpreet Singh. Not the one who's manning the team from the sidelines, the one in the defensive unit, of course. A couple of Harpreet Singhs in the Namdhari Football Club lineup. One, of course, the coach, who is very confident that they are here to enjoy, and they are enjoying indeed. Carlos Lomba, with the free kick, has a decent firing range. Do we have something insane brewing on the horizon? Here comes Carlos Lomba, and looks like once again a bit too easy at the moment for Tenzin. And now he sends it downtown with the hope of a counter, but it looks like Real Kashmir has got their bases covered.
I tell you what, that wasn't as easy as it looked on the collection from Tenzin. It was the bounce just in front of the keeper. Very, very difficult. And credits to the keeper again. Oh, look at that one now. Suddenly, taking it all by himself. Harpreet Singh, you just mentioned him a while ago, almost turned an attacker.
Once again, this is just the fruit of confidence. This is just the fruit of belief. What we are witnessing today from Namdhari Football Club, a team that was battling relegation and now possibly will be away from the clutches of it. It is all about bringing together a unit, and they have done it incredibly well. Stepping into the fortress of Real Kashmir, and then not only going forward and taking a 3-0 cushion, but also frustrating them so mercilessly. I think it takes a lot of merit, and Harpreet Singh, the coach, deserves it.
Real Kashmir, they have a little more time on their back, and they will be trying to get back in this, at least get 1 or 2, which is very difficult with 10 men on pitch. Just a reminder that Haider Yusuf was sent off a while ago in last man challenge, but then saved his team from conceding a fourth. That was a clear one-on-one opportunity with the keeper for Ivan Garrido. But Ivan Garrido is yet to get his goal, but he has been so sharp up front in attack. Very clever, very tricky, and has looked promising. A player I want to watch out for if he stays in the I-League next season. Here's Manveer, still finds a passer. Difficult task from Peter to control it. Out for a throw-in.
Very ambitious, to be honest. Kind of overpowered that cross onto the far right. Should have done better than that, but then again, Namdhari Football Club, they are just doing such a sensational bit of work. Because Real Kashmir, they are a force that you got to reckon with, and the best part about them is their defense. Scoring not 1, not 2, but 3 past that formidable defensive unit. I think it needs a lot of guts, and now Namdhari comes forward on another break. That's a lovely square pass, looking for a quick release, followed by another square pass. However, I reckon they took a bit longer than expected, and which means they will have to wait and watch how the tide goes on this occasion.
At this stage of the game doesn't matter much though for Namdhari in terms of breaking through with such pace, but then they could have capitalized on that chance. That'll be a free kick for Real Kashmir. A bit of a high foot from Harpreet Singh. And they have approximately a little over 10 minutes remaining on the clock of regulation time. Ramdina to take the free kick. Do they at least have 1 goal in this game? Trying to create one, a bit of a confusion. Namdhari player is down in the box. Real Kashmir continue with the attack. No answers to that defensive shape right now. A player free on the right. Real Kashmir trying to pull one back. Eventually given away, but a chance of a counter every time. Lying, that is clever from Dion Menendez, just stepping up, trapping him offside and not allowing that pass through to Manveer.
Namdhari, however, doesn't really give up. They keep on driving forward, in fact, bursting forward. Here they come once again. Another long switch, this time to the left. Keeping the possession at his feet. Quick pass knitted. Bit of twist and turn. Does well to shrug off his marker. That's a lovely forward ball. A cross being awaited. He wants to go in further into the box, but then Real Kashmir defense does well on that occasion, but then they've given that ball away very cheaply, which means further troubles brewing on the horizon. But Namdhari fails to exploit that. And as things stand currently, 12 minutes of regulation time remaining, to be precise, Pashwar. So which means we still have the bandwidth for some crazy drama.
And Real Kashmir will throw all their cards out at the moment. Seems like it is time for Atib Ahmadar, who will take the place, or has taken the place of Jeremy Laldenpuya. Henry Kiseka stays on, not much of an option, like for like on the bench. And that is where they have struggled a bit, Namdhari. And now playing a few passes, taking their time. And why I mentioned playing a few passes, because they have been very quick in their transition play. Straight into attack, 1 or 2 touches. Stephen Akua. Here's Peter, shares deep. Great understanding, comfortable on the ball. And they're looking like fully in control of this game. 11 versus 10. And that's the number of players on pitch because Haider Yusuf was sent off.
Namdhari now trying to exploit that left flank. I think it has been more of a game where everything that they have touched have turned into gold. Whether it has been their defensive maneuvers, whether it has been the goalkeeping heroics of Tenzin under the sticks. They have been a sight, they have been an absolute treat for the sore eyes. And look at how cool and calm they are. Just because the opposition has rolled themselves back in the defensive half after losing a man, they aren't straight away committing numbers to that attacking cause. They're taking their time, they are building the attack from the back. And I think what they're doing right now, it's not something extraordinary, but it's something very simple. A substitution being lined up at the moment for Namdhari Football Club. Manpreet Singh is going to make his way to the center. And Ivan Garrido will be going out. What a game Ivan has had. He hasn't scored for sure, but then he has set the tone all right. And in football, of course, goals matter. Goals create all the difference. But then somebody has to set up the tone of football. Corner right now for Namdhari Football Club.
Well, Ivan Garrido, along with Peter Haukev, both of them have been creating those chances, even though they haven't scored. With the corner, taken a different idea, a different routine. And do we have another for Namdhari? Confusion in the defense. It's Kamalesa who eventually gets it away, but only as far as a Namdhari player. And they come again, Namdhari. All the way back to Tenzin.
The fact that Real Kashmir has actually lost one of their men has kind of restricted that pressing ability of theirs. Pressure for Mohit Shabir. We were talking about some high press, and just echoing our sentiments in the commentary box. Namdhari kind of soaked in the emotion and started pressing their foot onto the pedal. However, Real Kashmir now comes in slowly and steadily, looking for more help to arrive. Help does arrive. However, they have been denied an entry. They have been denied an infringement up front. And Real Kashmir finally find that consolation goal. Floated one into the box. The target, of course, was the one in the center. But then the cross could have been better. A bit of acknowledgement there from Ramdina. However, to be honest, that cross certainly wasn't one of the finest of Real Kashmir.
They are far from showing their finest today on pitch. And this is not the Real Kashmir we have known throughout the season, if anyone is wondering. And well, they would want to forget this very match and come up again with what they have done throughout the season, the good work and the positivity, and of course just add some more goal scoring abilities and strengths. 7 more minutes of regulation time remaining after this. Sukandeep, or rather Harpreet on that occasion. Peter Haukev. There's voids being left open because of the absence of that one last defender. The Real Kashmir are on the break now suddenly. Henry Kiseka at least once won for his team. But Namdhari wants the clean sheet more badly.
I think it's all about the willpower, it's all about the hunger in your belly. And I think today Namdhari Football Club, they are hungry. They are hungry for not just a victory, they are hungry for a clinical finish as well. If they are able to keep this clean sheet like they did the last time, I would say that that is a performance worth mentioning. Pulling off a double against Real Kashmir, it just tells you that how good they have been on their given heydays. Possibly this entire tournament will give them a lot of lessons. Of course, with Harpreet Singh arriving into the mix as a coach of the side, the team will try and rebuild themselves. And if they go on to maintain this scoreline without any further ado, they will certainly climb out of the relegation zone as well. Which means in the forthcoming years I-League, they will try and do something better. I think this has been a start where there have been ups and downs, constant ebbs and flows. With all of that being noted, well, that's a cheap giveaway. Real Kashmir, can they exploit that concession? Looks like they have capitalized on possession on that occasion.
Ramdina trying to have a quick little exchange, unleashes a shot. Oh, what a goal! Ramdina Rualte with a special one to eventually get Real Kashmir's first against Namdhari. And that is some special technique as well on that shot. We'll have a look on the replay. Just a glimpse of what is about to come in the further years for Real Kashmir and this young lad.
A world-class strike there from Ramdina Rualte. He had space ahead of him, but trying to probe the goalkeeper from a range like that, that certainly needs class. An absolute perler being floated in from the toe, from the face of the boot there. Something incredible in the making.
Sliced it into the back of the net. And Real Kashmir, do they have a surprise waiting for us? Very, very big of a miracle is what they need to come back in this contest with just a little time remaining on the clock of regulation time. And they are down by a man too, so this is what Real Kashmir with 10 men can do. We'll see further if they have any more goals, but that one goal will just shake up the Namdhari defense and just give a few thoughts in the minds of the Namdhari defenders. There's a little scare which in the last few minutes can be dangerous.
I think this is exactly where it all changes. This is exactly where experience comes into the play. I think this is the moment where Namdhari will have to just keep their calm and composure, because scoring 3 goals in the last 10 minutes, that isn't easy if your defense is not being completely split apart. You just need to keep your guards up high. It's all right. I mean, that goal, there wasn't much that neither the defense nor the goalkeeper could have done anything about. It was a brilliant strike from Ramdina Rualte. However, at the moment, if Real Kashmir is able to score that second goal, I think it can be all but madness here at the TRC Football Stadium. Rather, TRC Football Turf, to be precise. We still have some time remaining. 2 minutes of regulation time coming up and a few more to be added on. Of course, the action still isn't over. And as far as the confirmation has just arrived, Karan Kumar Sharma has been introduced into the mix in a place of a very well-performing Peter Haukip. What a terrific game he's had, and he will take it as one of the finest outings of the tournament for himself.
And there is a Real Kashmir change right now as well. We'll confirm it to you soon. Oh, here's a chance for Namdhari. Further damage done. 4-1. And this is the worst they have done defensively this season. Manveer Singh gets another. Well, Real Kashmir would believe this is a nightmare and would want to forget it soon as possible.
Sealed and delivered. Namdhari Football Club, they will remember this. And Manveer Singh will remember this. Got the ball at his feet, kept his calm, stationed himself for the shot, and boom, smokes it into the bottom left corner. No chance for Mohit Shabir. And while the goal is being scored, it looks like another substitution has been made by Real Kashmir. Huzafa Ahmed Dar is being introduced into the mix, wherein Carlos Alberto Silva Lomba. That's the last of him we'll see in this year's I-League. He's had a terrific showdown, but somehow the last two matches wasn't exactly going in his favor. And as things stand, Namdhari Football Club has a 4-1 cushion. And they will hope to have another one, which will be quite a statement. As we are getting the confirmation from the centre, 5 minutes have been added on.
Well, indeed. But those 5 minutes is a one that Real Kashmir would want to end as soon as possible. Here's Theon Menenzes, 10-man Real Kashmir, of course, just a reminder. Here's Wayne Vass. The last few moments of the game. Ramtina just gave some hope to the Real Kashmir fans. Ifam, is there more in the contest? Tried to thread it through, not really. Maybe a few more attacks from Real Kashmir. One or two maybe. Lying in this one. Ramtina trying to turn creator. Ramtina again on the ball. Trying to thread a pass through, options open on the right. Real Kashmir trying to at least to get the score line to a more respectable situation. This time the shot is cuffed.
Real Kashmir, of course, they will try and forget these last two encounters of this year's I-League. It's not that they've had a very ordinary I-League. They've had a fine tournament. But again, you know, as we talk about a marathon tournament, it's bound to happen. A few games you will stutter, a few games you will fly, and a few games you will be walking and running around joyously. And I think Real Kashmir has dominated this tournament predominantly. However, truth be told, in those few occasions that they stumbled, I think that took the chances away from them. They played as hard as they could, and eventually it looks like it is going to be Real Kashmir finishing in the 5th position. But the talk of the town will certainly be Namdhari Football Club escaping the clutches of the relegation zone with an absolute thunderous display, a 4-1 finish. At the moment, Emmanuel looks to be in a bit of agony. He's rolling on the ground. And the physio is out as well.
Well, just a few seconds more then for Namdhari to register one of their most famous victories in their debut season. That too in Kashmir. And they have beaten Kashmir twice now a wait of time to say that, of course, not officially, but then a few seconds. Surely not scoring 3 in a few seconds, but they might just pull one back. The score line might change. Ramdina towards the right. Haider Yusuf. Another cross in. Henry Kiseka's header. Tenzin was alert, but just over the target there from Henry Kiseka.
That is Henry Kiseka. Just as we said this before as well, you simply cannot write him off. And with this, that should be the curtains on the I-League campaign of Real Kashmir and Namdhari Football Club, as Namdhari forces a humongous upset, 4-1 victory over Real Kashmir in the latter's den. What a reckoning performance that would be. They will be delighted as they go on a break. Exchange of pleasantries. Real Kashmir, they played well, but today was not to be their day. They tried really hard. Unfortunately, things was not going to be in their favor. And Namdhari Football Club, what a finish for them it would be.
Well, that's the end of their seasons, respective seasons. They have done so well, Namdhari, but what an ending they've had here. And they will end with 27 points, but there's the stats at full time. 4-1 for Namdhari, would you believe it? With the stats, 58% possession for Real Kashmir, 42 for Namdhari. 16 shots, of which 6 on target. Real Kashmir pulling one back with Ramdina strike, with 9 shots from Namdhari, of which 5 were on target and 4 were converted, which is really, really commendable. And at the same time, 16 shots. There's the shot map. 5 from Carlos Lomba, 4 from Kamalesa, 2 each from Henry Kiseka, Inam and Ramdina, and Jeremy with 1 strike as well. And we'll have a look at the 9 shots from Namdhari, Imanol and Manveer leading the lines with 2 each. Not too many shots, but they have been precise and accurate. Stephen Akua with 1 shot and 1 goal. Ivan Corrito, Manpreet and Peter with an attempt each.
Fouls from Real Kashmir, they were pretty heated up today. Of course, the numbers are on the higher side. You can see how they were kind of dispersed all across the pitch. One of them came right in front of the goal that led to the penalty. 14 fouls from Namdhari. And of course, they also played with heart in both the halves, in terms of defense, in terms of their attack as well. I think it was just that they were a feisty side. But an encounter that will always go down as one of the finest for the visitors. Real Kashmir, though, they will have their learnings and will try and come back stronger in the next season. Well, that's the standings. Real Kashmir remained rooted in the 5th spot. And Namdhari Football Club, they leap up to the 9th position. Even though the matches played are slightly